guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is We're All Gonna Die, and today I'm gonna cover your must-haves for a mastectomy. Before we get started, I just want to quickly say a couple things. So I already filmed this, but I was wearing my glasses because I'm too lazy to I guess I would put that on the list, but make sure you have glasses if you wear contacts. I've just been too lazy. I've had 3 surgeries this year. Been too lazy to wear contacts, but actually you could see the glare all throughout the video, which was so frustrating. As I was editing, I was thinking I was gonna be done early, but obviously not. Essentially, I do want to split this into 2 parts. So what you'll need on the day of and what you will be using right after to help you prepare for that when that time comes, and if you're having it tomorrow or whenever. Hopefully this video is helpful for someone, and if you want to leave a comment down below just sharing your experience or anything like that, or if you found this helpful, please let me know. I will try to put timestamps. I already showed all of the products and I put everything away, so I'll just try to reuse some of the old clips so you guys can kind of see. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. I was diagnosed with cancer at the beginning of this year. I just got I am off of treatment, so all I'm doing right now is just taking tamoxifen, and I had a mastectomy on my left side. In the earlier clips I showed that you could still see my scars, and honestly I don't really mind them. With this shirt you can actually see it there a little bit. Yeah, I don't really mind it, and now I'm just finally coming back to work and doing things that I've been super excited to do. I also wanted to quickly cover and just say that this completes a whole year of being on YouTube, and I think it's kind of poetic in a way that it's completed 6 months ago. You know, I had cancer, and 6 months ago before that I had started my YouTube channel. It's just incredible that I don't even know how to form this into words. It's just incredible that I had something with me the whole time. I had a hobby with me the whole time during everything that I had to go through the trauma and through the anxiety and everything like that. And I do want to make videos going forward just about 6 months update, but also just how the mastectomy felt at the moment. In a month from now, I'm actually returning to work tomorrow, but I'm moving and I'm gonna have a larger space and just a space to record, and I'm just really excited about where this is going. My channel is basically lifestyle and integrating cancer, lifestyle, and just fashion. So it's all gonna be in one. What will that look like? If you guys don't know who Paige Previver is, really just go ahead and check her out. But yeah, it is poetic that a year ago I started my YouTube channel. The timing is crazy. The video just got cut off, so I don't know where I ended it. I don't know what I was saying last, but I want to share a lot of what I've been through and something that I was looking for when I was looking this up when I was diagnosed with cancer, because I go to YouTube typically when I want to learn about anything, or I just want to hear someone share their story, and I feel like I've talked too much. So obviously you guys go ahead and leave any of your other tips down below. Getting ready for the surgery, leading up to the surgery. I remember I was journaling and talking about just saying goodbye to, I was just saying goodbye to my left breast and saying goodbye to, that body that had helped me through so much. I did pack a bag going in because I did have to sleep over at the hospital, so it'll just depend on your situation. I don't know how long you'd have to stay there. Typically you do stay there overnight. Sometimes longer, sometimes not really. Front clothes, PJs, and of all lengths and tops. So that's something that I definitely did. I had packed so many PJs, honestly. I had literally all different kinds of sizes. I made sure I got some my size, something a little bit higher, something a little bit softer, something a little bit looser. I don't know what it meant by higher. I got all different shapes and sizes because it was winter going into summer, or spring going into summer, so I needed all different kinds. And you get cold, etc., and going into the hospital, I just wanted something that I could put on easily and take off easily when I go in and when I leave the hospital. So I thought that was really important. So make sure you get all different, I literally had 5 different pajamas, you guys. So another thing that I used a lot was earplugs. So I'm gonna make sure that I link everything down below, or at least as much as I can on Amazon, so you guys can get these things easily. After you have your surgery, right after, they put you in this room where they're I went to MD Anderson, by the way. They put you in this room where they're just monitoring you, making sure that you're fine and that you reacted fine to anesthesia. Yeah, so I just had, sorry, my hair's bothering me. I just had a nurse check on me, and she was doing great, and she she was just there and super nice and whatever. Like I woke up like all drugged up and I was just talking to her for like a second, and I'm sure I probably said random things, but in that room it's more like a big space with curtains and you're on a bed and you know someone's next to you or behind you in front, on the side of you. So I would say earplugs are so important, because if you could make your hospital trip enjoyable, like I had my own room after that space, but maybe you don't, maybe you share with someone, I would definitely recommend just earplugs. Like trust me, you will use them, and I think if you could sleep most of the time there, like that's great. I got a really long charger. I think it was like 10 feet at my hospital. Like the bed that I was in, there was like a charger on like the wall of the bed here, which was great. But in case like the charger for you is super duper far away, make sure you get something long, because I mean, you won't really be doing too much at the hospital, honestly. You're just really gonna be checking your phone, waking up, going back to sleep. You can't even read a book, like you're too out of it, honestly. I would also recommend to bring your own blanket. This is something that I did as well. I went to TJ Maxx and I just picked up like a blanket. It was like $15, $14, I don't remember. At the hospital, like they give you some blankets and they feel like a towel. Like I don't know how else to explain it. They feel like a towel, like where it's like really rough. They are warm because they'll warm them up and stuff, and that'll keep you warm. But like if you want something a little cozy, more comfortable, and just it feels like a little safer, I would definitely get yourself your own blanket, and also because it gets cold, obviously. Another thing that I would recommend, and I'll insert the clip from my other video where I brought out like my lanyard and everything like that, but I wrote down here, either get yourself a hoodie to leave and go, and even after your treatment, anything with pockets really, you can flip inside out and you can put your drains in there. By the way, you guys, if you guys want to see any of my cancer journey, I have a playlist. I had like 3 surgeries, videos for that. All of them are going to be on the screen, just saying in case you guys are interested following my cancer journey. I got a belt that went around my body, like my waist, and they gave me a different kind of belt to put on my neck. After a while I stopped wearing this one just because like I felt like I had really bad posture already, so that was it. I felt like it was just too much weight for my sensitive body at the time, but super helpful. And also the belt was great. The lanyard, people recommend getting a lanyard. The only thing is, like, for when I shower, and I already had the belt, so I did get the lanyard, but the drain tubes were too heavy. I did use a lanyard and it didn't really work for me, so maybe I put it on wrong. So if you guys have any tips for someone else, you can put them down below. But also I did pack cleansing wipes, because this is something that you will use after, but even before, just in case. I just didn't want to shower myself. I mean, you're not even allowed to actually, but I didn't want to shower like I was just too tired. Like my body was like tired. So I did pack cleansing wipes, and the ones that I have are clean from, I really just went to Walmart and picked up a couple last things that I needed for my surgery. Those were the cleanest ones that I could find. I, you know, slowly I'm trying to become more conscious of the things that I put on my body. Obviously I'm not perfect, but I just thought that those were clean, so I went ahead and picked those up. But sometimes I would just clean my underarms, and you know, because I just wasn't showering that day, and also because I sweat a lot, and also because I wear a lot of the natural deodorants and stuff. They don't really last too well, so obviously I did use the wipes for that. Another thing that you will use before, during, and after, that's gonna be Dial, right? So Dial is an antibacterial cleaning soap. That or something similar. Before the surgery, they told me to shower the night before and the morning of, and you have to like sit in it for 5 minutes. So I used that, and I also use that to clean my wounds after. I mean, that's something that you don't have to actually pack on your bag, unless you want to. I did actually pack everything that I'm listing though, because I actually had to I went to an Airbnb, so all of this had to be packed. Something for your throat. So if you're not aware, when you have surgery, and I've had 3, I just want you guys to know that like not that I'm well researched, I've been through it quite a bit at this point, so I kind of like, not I'm used to it, but like kind of more than the average person. I was under anesthesia for all of them, and I had a tube in all of them. It wasn't until my mastectomy, so that's the second surgery, that I've experienced like super duper dry throat. And I remember seeing in someone else's video that they recommended like bringing something for your dry throat. So I had a spray. I got it at Walmart or something like that, or just like a superstore. And again, links down below. This is something that I feel like you guys should keep in mind. Do pack it I don't know if I should say that you should pack it. I put it in my bag, right? After the mastectomy, like the nurses are getting you everything from your bag. Your arms are too tired. You're just too tired. I asked the nurse to bring that to me, and she was just like, oh, it has to be approved by our doctors and the pharmacy and blah, blah, blah. Like, where did you get it from? And I was just like, I don't know. Someone on YouTube just said that they had packed it, and they're like, no, it has to be approved. Essentially what they did is they just got me one that was approved by the pharmacist, and honestly I waited like 6 hours to get it or something ridiculous like that. I was just like waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. I was like, did they forget about me? Maybe 4 hours, I don't know. And then my next surgery, like they didn't even care. I think it just depends like where the hospital that you're going to and things like that, so just keep that in mind. Maybe it just depends on your hospital, I'm not sure. Let me just say, like after the mastectomy I did use that spray for like a week, and then the next surgery, they instead of putting a tube, they put a balloon, because that is also something that you want to bring up to your anesthesiologist, that you have an issue or you're just sensitive to that. I did, and they said that they put a balloon, and I still had a dry throat, but not as bad. So another thing that I would also recommend is to get yourself a disposable toothbrush. I took it to the hospital, used it once, didn't use it again. You don't want to bring the germs back from the hospital back to your house, so you know, it isn't great to buy disposable things, but in this case I would recommend. I showed you the pillow that I've been using. So in addition to all the pillows, the building pillows that I will talk about in a second, everyone recommends like a heart-shaped pillow. I did not order one because I had found something in my sister's room, which is crazy, that worked just fine for me, honestly. Similar to a heart-shaped pillow, and if you're not aware, I had a mastectomy only on one side. So that's what I just used under here to go to sleep a lot. I honestly use it for everything. Even now I use it to go to sleep, and in the car rides, like immediately after the car ride after, I put it right in front of me, and then I had the seat belts going, so it kind of just protected me all over. And if you're not aware, by the way, I had from my mastectomy that the scar goes straight down my breast, and then the revision surgery, they're just underneath the breast, right? But if you feel comfortable, especially if you're having a double mastectomy, getting the heart-shaped pillows, that is great. Totally, you will use them forever in the car. Like everyone says that they're so helpful all the time. Get yourself one of those. Like I promise you will need them, or 2 of those. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about what you need like right after your surgery, literally right after, and then you know the couple weeks after. Everyone says this. Pillows, 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 pillows. I had 2 different kinds of pillows besides that blue pillow that I just showed that was the heart-shaped pillow for me. It's hot. Tamoxifen. I use the pregnancy pillow and I use a wedge pillow. Between the 2 pillows, I would say that I use the pregnancy pillow so much for like literally all of my surgeries, the most comfortable thing ever. The wedge pillow could get uncomfortable, but I do think that it was important. But if you could only get one, I would definitely say get the pregnancy pillow. I got it on Facebook. Well, my sister actually got it for me on Facebook Market, which like amazing, like literally amazing. Like I needed it for recovery so much, so I would definitely recommend get yourself a pregnancy pillow. Another thing too is a pill organizer. I was actually taking 2 different kinds of pills straight after. One was a pill medication and another one was a antibiotic. The pain one you had to take for however long you think you needed it, or you needed it. And the antibiotic was for 2 weeks. So it just really was so helpful to remember, because I had to take it morning and night, one of them, and then the other one was every 6 hours. Instead of trying to remember, I just got the pill organizer, and it just reminded me if I did or didn't take it. In my hospital at MD Anderson, they had all of my medication prepped for me. It might be different for you though. I do remember seeing someone else's video saying that their hospital, I guess, told them what the medication was, and they made sure that they got it right before their surgery because their hospital wasn't going to provide it for them. So basically it's like they were prepared so that right after the surgery they didn't have to go to the pharmacy, pull up, and grab all their medications. So if you're not sure if your hospital does that, I would ask. I forgot to ask mine, but luckily they already had it ready for me and I didn't have to do any of that. I just got to go home. One of the videos that I watched from Paige Previvor, which I love her, just like navigating all of this, you know, the BRCA gene or cancer, just having a mastectomy and going through hard times and, you know, all the trauma that you go through with cancer or whatever. I just like, I always want to like make sure she's just amazing, like an amazing person. And I don't even like Taurus, just kidding. She recommended getting cute socks just because you get cold obviously laying in bed and everything like that, and you just want to be cozy. Wear cute socks so that when you look down at your feet you just see like smiley faces, a snowman, little dogs to brighten your day just a little bit more. Afterwards I used a pink robe that I got. It was like a large cozy pink robe, and I flipped it inside out so I can fit my drains in there. I used that whenever I was stepping out of my house. The next thing too is going to be CBD and the melatonin. It's in conjunction with, like, it's It's like sleepy time and de-stress, right? That's what I was looking for. I found this one, I just picked it up, whatever. I do think it works just great. It has ashwagandha. What is the thing? Ashwagandha? Oh my god, I cannot pronounce it right now. Ashwagandha. Ayahuasca? No. That's a drug. Oh my gosh. I forgot what it's called. Like, I literally have horrible memory. And it's not just from the tamoxifen, I just have horrible memory. Which is actually kind of bad. So, kind of really bad. But, ashwagandha? Gosh, you guys, I feel so... Ashwagandha. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Like, it just... Was it... Whatever. Anyway, that helps you de-stress, and it's like a natural plant. Those work totally fine. The only thing I would say is they do have a lot of sugar in them. So, if that's something that you're not trying to intake, maybe look for something similar, but just not those specifically. Some ladies had recommended CBD, so I got some CBD oil, like the lowest dosage, because it helps with stress. It also helps go to sleep, and it also helps pain. Yeah, it helps with those things apparently. Just keep in mind that any medication that you take, you do have to take up with your doctor. Like, they will ask too what you've been using. I would definitely make sure that you tell them about CBD, because the CBD is a blood thinner and you don't want to take any of that right before surgery. They recommend that you don't. So just follow your doctor's advice and make sure you tell your doctor about anything that you're starting to take. Yeah, just look out for that. And I definitely only took it afterwards. I keep playing with my hair, sorry. So on one of the apps that I use, I remember there was this, you know, older lady, because they're all older, none of them are my age, but there's this older lady, and I'm saying that because if this happened to a lot of like millennials and Gen Zers, I don't think that they would recommend this, but I had to ask, like, what are some must-haves for mastectomy, and they said, one of them said, make sure you get some thank you cards to fill it out and to thank everyone that's been following your journey and things like that, and just to give to whoever. And I thought that was the cutest thing, so I would definitely recommend doing that. When you're taking down information for your oh my gosh, I literally forgot what this is called. When you're taking down information for your drains that is assigned from your doctor, you also want to check your temperature. I think it's in every morning, so make sure you get yourself a thermometer. I'm pretty sure we got ours from Amazon, honestly. For my last surgery, I had a whole lot of pillows in the car with me, and at the hospital they gave me this disposable pillow. I used all of the pillows. Like, literally, you want all of the pillows. Like, on the bumps and everything, you just want to get home as quickly as possible, but you want to be as comfortable as possible too. For the post-surgery and just like forever, everyone recommends using a T-belt pillow. So I bought one of those, and I didn't actually bring it down, but you guys have seen what those look like. I just got a black one, and I use it all the time. It feels way comfortable than not having one. I would definitely recommend that as well. So this is something that I use even now, which is just a cup with a straw. You want to use your hands the least amount, so you also want to make sure you're drinking enough water. This is for like whether you're on tamoxifen or you just had your surgery or you're doing chemo, radiation, you always want to stay hydrated. So that's something that I made sure I was doing. This really helped kind of tell like how much I'd been drinking throughout the whole day and just kept me hydrated the whole day. So I would recommend that. Another thing is get yourself a sleep mask. Like, yeah, you can use it for the hospital too, but I used it mainly like after and just to help me get sleep. Like, honestly, like right after my surgeries, like all of them, like I just slept. Another thing too is make sure you get yourself a journal. I used a journal. Like, you can write gratitudes, things that you're grateful for. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know if it's a medication or what. I've been talking for like 2 hours. I filmed that and I filmed for like an hour, but whatever. Get yourself a journal to write down your thoughts. And if you speak to a therapist, I also recommend that you journal. Saying goodbye to your body. I'm not trying to say this lightly, but I'm kind of trying to say this quickly. Say goodbye to your old breasts. I think that's like such a good idea to say goodbye. Almost like a love letter, and also thank your body for the way that it's treated you for these past 3 years and just carried you through everything that it's been through. So that's definitely something that I did. It really helped me come to terms and become at peace with a lot of my thoughts, but also just like my experience that I was gonna experience is crazy. Actually, I do want to actually mention another thing too. When I found out that I needed mastectomy, I was crying a lot. Then as the dates came closer, I was feeling a little bit better just because I had known for a while at that point. And then eventually, right the day before I had my mastectomy, I was bawling. It was hard for me to, it's just a hard thing to go through. Not trying to cry, but something that really helped me is right before my surgery, I made sure that I went on a walk. It was just like my body was telling me that I needed to do that. I went to a nice park in Houston and I just walked there for like 2 hours, and I was by myself, just taking in all of the scenery. It was something that I really, really needed to do for myself. If you feel called to have some alone time, make sure that you do that, even if that means right before your mastectomy. I think you should set time to do something like a little bit, just something that you feel like will heal you. I have 2 bras from the hospital. The first one that I got was like pretty loose, and then the one that I'm wearing now, not right now, but like the one that I have to keep wearing now, that one fits a little tighter. But honestly, if you have any recommendations for post mastectomy bras, because I'm still at the stage where you have to kind of wear it, make sure you wear it. I'm not wearing it for this video, but whatever. By the way, I want to say, my doctors say I could wear it off and on, but anyway, whatever. As far as a comfortable bra, I felt like the most comfortable was that one. When I did have to wash it though, what I did was I went to Walmart and I picked up some of the shirts, the tops, and just the bras that are adjustable because they're for maternity. Your doctors really want you to keep wearing that bra, so make sure that you follow your doctor's rules after your surgery. Maybe before, I'm not sure. Everything for cancer is totally different, so your case is probably going to be totally different from mine. But after my surgery, I had to be on tamoxifen, and when you're on a hormone therapy, at least mine, my doctors made sure that I was taking 70 grams. Oh, I think it's grams. I don't know. Milligrams? I don't know. I'll put it on the screen hopefully. 75 grams of protein, and that's what I made sure I did, and protein shakes really have been helping me. I try to eat protein in every meal, and 75 grams is like a lot, so that's something that I also recommend. Make sure you drink your protein powder, eat healthy. Do you guys have any other tips for me? I'm curious to know, and I feel like we covered everything. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I tried this new weird setup, so I hope this is better than the one on the bed with my glasses on where you couldn't see anything that I was saying. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I'm gonna keep posting videos about, you know, my journey and just like navigating life through cancer, and I think in the future I'll do one about tamoxifen. I hope that you guys find this video helpful. Like honestly, like this is really something that I was looking for before, and more importantly, I hope that you guys have an amazing day, an amazing week, and an amazing life. So I'll see you guys super duper soon, every Monday.